Hey everyone, it's Casey, and today I wanted to go through ways that we can activate the core using our bandhas. So if you have no idea what a bandha is, you're not alone. It basically breaks down in yoga as being an energy lock. So you're locking energy within the body for different purposes, right? So today we're going to focus on two bandhas specifically. One of them you're going to have referenced many times in yoga classes, and the other one is kind of a little add-on, also incorporated in yoga classes, but maybe a little less frequently. So the first one we're going to talk about is Uddiyana Bandha, which is upward flying lock. Okay, so with an upward flying lock, the attention is going to be on the navel center and up towards the lower rib cage area. So this is where we're going to kind of lock in this energy. And oftentimes we refer to this space within the body as our core center, right? So we're allowing that lock into our core so we can really feel a sense of stability, structure, and strength and power within whatever posture it is that we're doing. So when we activate that core center, we create that lock, then we feel more stabilized in our positions and in our transitions. So to do this one, go ahead and sit up nice and tall. And as you sit up tall, just feel your breath moving in and out of your nose. And you're going to bring your awareness down to your belly button. Now maintain a smoothness in your breath, but just feel your belly button start to pull back towards the spine. So you're drawing the belly button back towards the spine, but I want you to still maintain breath. So just by doing this, if you notice it's really difficult to contract and pull back through the navel while still breathing smoothly, work here, okay? Now, over time, you'll be able to kind of add in and incorporate that fullness in your breath. You're going to feel breath more into your chest area, perfectly fine. So as you draw the navel back, you're going to focus on that energy that you feel drawing back, and you're going to imagine it pulling up behind your lower rib cage area. So the navel's pulling back and then scooping up underneath your lower ribs. So now you really feel connected into that core center, and it feels like it's locked into place. So upward flying lock, locking it into that center. You're going to feel that core heating up really quickly. Go ahead and take a few more breaths. Keep that active. Now, this is used in a lot of core-based positions, balance, pretty much every yoga flow, you're going to find yourself activating into this core center throughout the movements, which is why it's so important to learn how to breathe with that activation. Okay, go ahead and relax that now here, and you're going to feel that took a lot of muscular effort to kind of keep that contraction, to keep that general awareness in the core, okay? So now we're going to focus on the other one that I wanted to showcase today, which is Mula Bandha, or root lock. Okay, and the focus here is going to be basically on your pelvic floor. So think about where your seat is, connected down to the ground, and you want to visualize that your pelvic floor is lifting up. And we want the pelvic floor to lift up towards the navel center. So the energy from our roots are lifting up towards the navel, okay? So we're just gonna focus on that space. Now, oftentimes it feels like maybe you're stopping the stream of pee, or you are just contracting the muscles, a Kegel. I've heard lots of different references, okay? So whatever helps you visualize that kind of connection to your pelvic floor, bring your awareness there, okay? So feel your awareness drop into the pelvic floor, spine stays up nice and tall, find your breath, okay? And now feel that contraction of the muscles as though you're trying to lift your pelvic floor up towards your belly button. So just bring a visualization to it, pulling up towards the navel. And as you do, it's this real kind of drawing of energy and locking it there. So keep that lock, holding it in the navel center, and just breathe a few breaths. And notice how it feels to kind of lift and feel that disconnect away from the ground, pulling away, almost like you're creating a sense of weightlessness. And then relax, okay? So even though you didn't actually lift off the ground, you almost feel as though your energy has disconnected from the ground. You've lifted that energy up. Okay, so now we're gonna add both parts together, okay? So real quick, Uddiyana Bandha helps to stabilize the position. So upward flying lock, we stabilize, we bring awareness into our core, our power, our center, okay? Mula Bandha, that root lock, helps us to create a sense of weightlessness and lightness in our bodies, right? So when we connect the two, we create that sense of ease, lightness in our bodies, and we feel strong and stable within those positions, okay? So we're gonna start by bringing our awareness down into the pelvic floor, and we're gonna work our way up. So spine up tall, nice smooth breath. In and out of the nose, and then slowly bring your awareness down into the pelvic floor. Feel the muscles contract as they start to lift up. And as you lift up through the pelvic floor, hold it right at the navel center so you feel it kind of lock into place. Okay, Mula Bandha. Now we're gonna keep breathing through the nose. Once again, your breath is gonna probably get pushed a little higher up into your upper ribs and chest. Feel your belly button start to pull back towards the spine, Uddiyana Bandha, upward flying lock, and then lift that energy up behind your lower rib cage. So once again, the pelvic floor is lifting up towards the navel, and then the navel's pulling back and scooping up underneath the lower ribs. Everything from the ground up is lifted and locked into place here. 2 more deep breaths in and out of the nose. Feel the temperature in the body. You're probably feeling a little bit of heat. And then relax those muscles, okay? So as you can see, it takes a lot to kind of work that into your practice. So if your practice already feels challenging enough, use it in increments and slowly start to bring more awareness into those muscles and into that energy lock. And it really becomes so helpful in a lot of your positions. So when you are moving through transitions and balancing postures, feel that connection to your Uddiyana Bandha. And when you come into positions of trying to lift away from the ground, such as standing position, lifting up through the legs and up through the spine, or any arm balance where you're trying to press yourself away from the ground, Mula Bandha, you're literally lifting your pelvic floor and allowing that energy to lift, secure, and become a foundation for you. So these are 2 bandhas that I use regularly in my practice, and in the beginning I didn't understand what bandhas were, and as I've learned to incorporate them into my practice and which one is good for what, I've really found that these are probably the most commonly used in classes and very effective if you do have a vinyasa, a flow, or any kind of hatha-based practice where you're finding a lot of movement in that core activation. So let me know if this was helpful information for you. I know it's definitely was helpful information for me, and I will have more content like this coming your way soon. Thanks so much.